My asshole is spread.
Okay. Hopefully your cats don't come by.
My cats aren't freaky. Didn't you say you had some topics for PowerWash that you were saving?
Me and Cody were, having our typical conversations,
Yeah.
and we found out about the kamikaze pigeons,
The evil cousins of carrier pigeons.
almost. But I brought it up with Tyre,
Yeah.
and he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I guess in like World War II, this dude basically made like these pigeons fly missiles. He like made like this like basically like this capsule chamber that like 3 pigeons can sit inside, and he like trained them to like sense like shapes and like fly towards them, and they basically controlled where the missile went. Which that honestly just sounds so cool. Like, whoops! Oh shit!
What the?
Okay.
How did you even do that?
I don't know. I swear, people like back then were like much more creative than we are today. Who today would ever think of making pigeons control the direction of missiles? Holy shit! No, I just think we would have like so much cooler technology instead of like, you know, beer made from yeast infections or whatever. You know what I mean?
What about like AI?
Have you heard about
Like,
that shit?
you think that's cool?
I mean, AI is cool, but like, we don't do anything cool with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'd
Like, what do
want
we
to
use?
do.
Chat GPT.
I don't know if I'd want AI. I don't know. I'm starting to get scared. Like, I don't want it to like be prominent for. Definitely not art. Like, I think AI replacing art, like real artists, is like an
Yeah, that's
absolute
stupid.
no
That
go.
doesn't make sense. I feel like that just gets rid of the creativeness.
Yeah. If
I mean,
AI,
what?
I don't know. Gotta find other practical
I, mean,
uses
I
for
feel
it.
like with AI, it's like pretty limited. What are we gonna do with AI really? It's just gonna like help us do shit.
I mean, that's the idea. It's gonna replace
Yeah, but like,
humans, dude.
mm,
I can tell when you take bites of that sandwich every time. Because you just...
yeah, I can tell when you in the ass.
Can you make that noise when you eat my ass?
You know what I did want to talk about though?
What?
Do you believe in that like aliens like helping like with the pyramids or whatever, some stupid bullshit like that?
I don't think I do. I just think
That
that
shit
was a...
is sounds so stupid.
I just think that was a very advanced, intelligent civilization that somehow built them. I don't know.
I think they just use slaves to make them. I don't think it's anything too complicated.
Well, like, whenever fucking people are like, oh, ancient Egypt, it's always because, like,
Yeah, they
how
were
did they
smart.
move those heavy stones?
They
It's like,
cannot be that heavy. I mean, they're probably like what?
apparently they are.
2 tons at
'cause
most.
Apparently it's a fucking mystery of how they even dragged that many stones to build the pyramids.
I
So,
think it's just a bunch of slaves.
probably.
Because like, why? So let's go with like the aliens building the pyramids thing.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? What for what?
I
They
don't
they
know.
leave like
They
their
probably have their reasons.
solar system or galaxy. They come over to Earth. They're like, hey, build this pyramid, and then they're like, yeah, sure. And then what? They leave.
Yeah.
They don't take any like resources or like they weren't taking oil. That's us Americans. Like, I'm sure there is like life out there, but I don't think there's any chance that they have visited Earth or like maybe have the technology to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we discover like new like resources out there in the universe,
I don't know. I think people that
or if we
pin
could, it'd take way too long.
that theorize aliens did anything on this earth are fucking stupid.
It's just so stupid.
What about Stonehenge, dude? Was that
What
aliens?
about it? Maybe. I mean, aliens come to Earth, they're like rocks smashed together. If aliens had any part in like anything with Earth, then they gotta be the dumbest creatures in the universe.
Or the smartest. They were like, let's put all these stones together and watch the humans like try to
Oh, it's
theorize
like some like
theorize about
social
it for thousands of
experiment.
years.
It's
Yeah.
like some prank. It's
They're like,
aliens. They
let's see
come
what
visit
stupid
Earth.
shit they come up with. Okay, that shit though, like anything that happened like thousands and thousands of years ago that like, stuff wasn't documented real well back then. But like
Oh
that
yeah, people
but
can
like
just get away with anything.
but like mysteries like that are like so fascinating to me. Like another big one, like this wasn't even that long ago, relative like the pyramids and Stonehenge, but like the Roanoke clan or whatever that came over to
Oh
and they just disappeared.
yeah,
It's like
they
what the
like
fuck?
disappeared. I honestly,
And just
I don't know like the specifics, but
knows.
I feel like it was just like cannibalism or something.
It's just
I mean,
crazy to
wouldn't
me how
surprise me.
like that can happen and there's just no traces of it. And to this day we still don't know what happened.
Here's the thing too, though. Like, literally, just I think a couple weeks ago, this like college student was in Mexico, and he found like a lost civilization. Like it was just
No
like
way.
completely ruined or whatever. I feel like if we like really cared enough and really looked into it, we could probably find out something.
Historians and I'm sure all types of different people I think have been trying to find this shit out for like centuries.
And well, they haven't invited me, so like,
I'm built different.
are they really trying?
I know what happened to the people of Roanoke.
I mean, maybe they just, trying to find Walmart or something. Try to find Walmart.
They uncovered the first Walmart. And then
Yeah.
the Walmart gods were like, no, it's too soon. And they just fucking wiped them off the earth.
Yeah, it's those aliens. They gave us Walmart. Think about it, because Walmart. What does Walmart have? Everything.
Everything, dude.
Exactly.
Except martini glasses. Couldn't find martini
true.
glasses there.
Were they sold
Motherfuckers.
out, or they just didn't have them?
Just don't think my Walmart sold them.
There's certain Walmarts that sell guns. That's crazy to me.
Yo, Jaws 19. Hey, full circle. You were saying about franchises.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm just tired. Like, I'm cool with like, bringing something back, but like, do it like every, I don't know, 10, 20 years or something. I don't want to like bring it back and then continue off the new, and then it just stays shit because everything that's brought back is like shitty. I don't know. I feel like we just lack creativeness.
I mean, to be fair,
I think
we've been making sequels to things for like ever.
so. Like the Beetlejuice movie that just came out recently. Yeah, I didn't watch it because like I really don't care to. I mean, I like Beetlejuice, but like I heard it was decent, and
Well,
at least like in Michael Myers' case compared to Beetlejuice, Michael Myers is really not that interesting. At least Beetlejuice is cooler than like some weirdo in a mask killing people.
There's actually a name for those types of sequels that happen like 40 years later. They're called legacy sequels now.
Is that the thing is that a term that like you movie critics go by?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you would, you fucking asshole. You have to call it legacy sequels.
Well, it's an easy way to identify them. Like, I don't even know what franchise was like the first to do it. Is it like Scream?
Scream 2, like Scream is
No, like
not
Scream
interesting.
5. Like,
no, I'm
oh, okay, sorry,
not the
sorry,
number
sorry.
2.
Yeah.
Scream is not interesting. What is so cool about Ghostface?
I actually hate, not hate, like the first Scream, the one that everybody loves the most. I actually don't like it that much. Like, I think the whole, like the series' whole gimmick is that it's like self-aware. But like, I just think it's annoying.
I see. So the thing with me, I'm not a huge like slasher person. I mean, I like I do like Jason and Freddy because they're kind of like different because they kind of at least or especially in like Nightmare on Elm Street, like with the whole like dream shit. I think that's like so cool. I think that's very different than
Yeah.
this guy grew up in a bad childhood. Now you want revenge. And then at least like with Jason, he actually like had at least like with the first movie. I thought the first movie was great, but like
Hmm.
the very first movie,
Yeah.
I thought like that was very interesting. And then the sequels kind of like went into him, and then we got the absolutely fantastic Jason in space.
I hate backstories. I'm gonna be honest. I whenever
I
people
don't
include a
mind it as long
backstory,
as it's like actually interesting,
well,
but they're usually
well,
not.
a backstory on itself isn't bad. Whenever it's, but it's even worse when it's something that already existed. Take Halloween, because this is where I was going with this. The first Halloween, you have a 5-year-old who like murders his sister or whatever,
Oh,
Michael Myers, and then it cuts to how many years later, like 40, I don't know,
whatever it is.
and he's just deemed like a fucking psychotic person. You know, he's not. It's nothing crazy, and he goes through the town killing people. Nobody really acknowledges it. Michael's good at like hiding the bodies. It's not until like the final, whenever Jamie Lee Curtis starts finding her dead friends, that they even realize he's there murdering people. Besides the investigator who's trying to find him, obviously. And then it cuts to him, quote unquote, dying until it cuts back, which I love that part. I love how it cuts back and he's just missing. And they don't acknowledge it. Like they're like, oh my god, he's gone. And then I haven't seen the only Halloween sequels I've seen are the new ones. Like I want to watch like 2 and 3 that came out way back when, but I still haven't seen them. But the new ones,
I've been trying to find like a box set.
they create this whole backstory around him, and it's like, it's just so annoying. Like I could not
Yeah,
give a shit
it's
less.
and in that situation, I would rather have no backstory
Exactly. Just bring
if
him
that's
back,
like how it's gonna be.
have him killing people without anyone trying to hunt him or whatever. It's like I remember my friend Mason. He's a big Halloween fan. And I didn't really have a say in the movie. We were all just hanging out, so we were just put on a movie, and he puts on Halloween Ends. Have you seen any of the new ones?
Uh, the I don't know how many there are now, but I think the first
There's 3 new
remake or
ones. Yeah. Like of the remake series or whatever. Can I just spoil it because it's not good.
I'm not gonna watch it.
All right. So Halloween
haven't watched
Ends,
it
which
already.
is the 3rd one in that remake trilogy. It takes a bolder direction by having this
Bolder.
like yep. By having this new kid like he like gets bullied and picked on and shit, and
Based.
he was like babysitting and the fucking child like fell over the banister and like died, and he was holding a knife when the parents came home, so they thought that he like killed him, obviously the kid, but that's not really important. It's just, he gets bullied and he's angry and he's, you know, like nobody likes him or whatever, so
Yeah,
he
I would bully him too.
at some point like falls into this like sewer or something, and Michael Myers is just hiding out there for some fucking reason. And then
Fucking Pennywise.
I don't know how this happens, but Michael Myers either like mentors him or like channels his like evilness through him, so that he becomes
Channels
like
his evilness.
I don't know what it is. Either way, it's fucking retarded.
Was he a fucking witch?
Yeah, and this new kid becomes the killer. And he doesn't even
That's-
do all that much. And then Michael Myers comes back anyway. And then they fucking kill Michael Myers. Like, it's... And I knew, dude, whenever it was called Halloween Ends, I'm like, dude, I bet they're gonna fucking kill Michael Myers. And they fucking did. It's the most retarded shit on the planet. I'm sorry. Like,
And what, his fucking, like, spirit or whatever lives in this fucking stupid child?
No,
So it
I
didn't
think
like actually end.
that kid died too. I think Jamie Lee Curtis killed him. He actually died first, and then they killed Michael. But to make sure that they fucking died, as a community, they fucking put Michael Myers in a wood chipper. And I just,
As one does.
yeah, like I was like, really, like this is fucking like, oh. The one that comes before that too, Halloween Kills, is pretty much as bad. I don't know which one's worse, to be honest. But it's like
I think.
we don't need a backstory.
I mean, it's definitely just like for money that
Oh yeah,
like they're making all these sequels and shit.
I admire the fact that they took a different direction with it, but that different direction also sucked ass.
I really like movies like The Witch. I love The Witch.
Oh, The Witch is awesome, dude.
If I
Love
can
that
get
movie.
like a new movie that's like that gives me like that same feeling,
Mm-hmm.
like that
The
would
director,
literally like cream.
Robert Eggers, his Nosferatu remake
Whoa!
comes out in
What is
December.
Nosferatu. I have the original movie.
I actually went to a local theater and watched that
I have
Nosferatu.
like this like box set of all like old movies from
I think you
like the
told me about that, yeah.
1920s. I haven't watched all of them or any of them for that matter, but it's pretty cool.
Sometimes it's cool to just collect things. Like, I have a huge Blu-ray, not huge, like it's gonna become huge someday, but I have a big Blu-ray collection and I haven't watched half of them. Like the movies, okay, most of the movies I have watched that I do have, but like the discs themselves, like the Blu-rays themselves, I haven't actually put in. But
Yeah.
like half of the reason I like to buy them is just for the collection part of it. Like it's just cool to like have it in your
Yeah, I
hands
mean
like that.
all my movies like I haven't watched. But I mean I did watch a good bit of them. It's mostly like horror that I have. But then I also have like some like Studio Ghibli movies
Hell yeah.
that I just think are like really good. But I love the Studio Ghibli movies. I think they're so good.
They're great.
And then I just bought them.
I have a few of those.
So Cody's been watching those.
Hell
There's a couple
yeah.
of those.
Fucking culturing Cody finally.
Well, I think it was because of his girlfriend that he started watching.
Ah, okay. My Neighbor Totoro is my favorite one.
Oh, what's it called? It's got such a strange name. It's
Is it Princess Mononoke?
no, it's like something. It's like something Valley of the Wind.
Oh,
I
Noshka.
really like. Yeah,
That's how I
I
pronounce
really
it
like
anyway.
that one too.
That one's also great.
But
That's
then,
like
of
his-
course, like Spirited Away is really good.
That's like his second movie, that director, but it was the first Ghibli movie.
Because like I seen this like documentary about him on YouTube, and it's like he puts like such detail and like background and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because like his whole like view, I guess, is like everybody, even if they are background characters, have life in them.
Mm-hmm.
So he like tries to put like details in them. Well, besides just like because typically like animes will just like if it's a background character will just smudge their face or whatever. Even like the way they move and walk, like he's so like anal about it. Because like there was this one time that the animators, I don't know what movie they were animating, but they wanted to use like CGI just for like some of like the walking, and he like fucking blew an anger load.
Oh wait,
'Cause
is that the
you-
clip where it's like this weird creature crawling around, like this 3D animated thing, or am I thinking of something else? I'll have to
Maybe
tell you
something
about that
different.
if you haven't heard of that.
Maybe something different, but like he's like very detailed when it comes to like the movement of people like walking or like just shuffling or whatever. Like he puts so much detail and such like little things that typically people won't notice, but I
dope.
gotta respect that.
Yeah, he's like, it's weird to describe him. like you know how he's an artist and he's very disciplined, but he's also
Old.
like he's really old, yeah. But he's also really I don't know.
Japanese.
I guess he's an asshole, but
He's an asshole, but with a heart. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those assholes.
yeah, but like I don't know how to say it. Like he's an asshole in a way that I like him for it. Cuz
I think he's just an asshole because he wants people to like push, like
well, it's
their
'cause of
creativity.
yeah, it's because of his worldview. It's very, I don't know. It's like very strict, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, didn't he like grow up in like the post-war era?
Yeah. Well, like, that thing I was talking about earlier. He, so these young, like, students or something came and showed him this 3D, animation thing. And the little sample they decided to show him was. Have you seen this clip? It was like this little, this like gross creature like crawling around or something, and he said something like, "I think this is an insult to life itself."
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I love him for that because it's like first off, why are you showing it to this guy who has hand drawn shit for like so long? It's like and you show him the ugliest thing possible.
That was like when it was like first becoming like a thing, like the technology for it.
I also hear stuff
it
about
is.
him being like kind of mean to his son because apparently it's like a stereotypical Japanese dad thing for them to think like want them to do highly and like because
I feel like that's just Asian culture in general,
yeah,
like most Asian countries.
there's also another clip where he attended his son's directorial debut. It's called like Tales of Earthsea or something. Apparently it's not very good, despite being a Ghibli movie, but his son directed it. And there's a clip of him walking out halfway through the movie and like putting his hands behind his head and like exhaling like and then he just says something like, "You should not create films from emotional reactions," or something, but he basically disowns his son, like
As one does.
but that's just how he is. I don't know.
I respect it though. I mean,
I do
look at the
too.
movies he's made. I mean, it's clear that he like cares deeply about his work.
I guess
I think
when it
more
comes to
people should
art,
think like that when it's like animation.
yeah, well, like when it comes to art, I know I can be an asshole who's like, "Oh, this movie sucks" and stuff, but like he's somebody like that who's like very, I think he's so passionate about it that he just like he can come off as mean because people get so personally
I
offended.
mean, like movies and like music too. It's like I can like watch or listen to something and just like kind of just chill out, and not really, care or think too much about it, and still like somewhat enjoy it.
Mhm.
But like, there is like certain artists and movies that like I just care so much more for
Mhm.
because of the work they put in. Like,
I just think people get like very personal about that kind of stuff.
I mean,
about their
getting
favorite stuff.
personal is like one thing, but like, I think sometimes for sure, like people overreact to something,
Yeah.
or even like other
Twisted
people's
Fantasy.
opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I really don't care too much for it, but I do think the production's very good.
Well, no, I was just gonna say Fantano.
Oh,
It's
fantastic!
been a
Any
meme.
opinions from him, people fucking will either agree or like slightly, or they'll fucking bash him.
Like
And when they bash him, they fucking fuck him.
one of the biggest memes of his channel is like for years, because this was like what 2010, is saying like, "Oh, he gave My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 6."
I think
You just need to calm the fuck down.
I don't see. The thing with Fantano, there's like some things like I don't understand like the way he's judging it, because like people will like look at like his Kanye reviews, bleh, and then see like a new artist that's like objectively shit, but like he'll like rate it like higher than something Kanye put out. But like I feel like he's like judging it for like in a different way, but he doesn't really specify it enough. So I think people end up just like saying that this new artist or whatever is better than Kanye or like somebody else, whatever, because he never fucking specifies like the things that he's judging.
I mean, I think what people don't realize when it comes to music, any type of criticism actually, when it comes to criticism, it's still subjective. Like it's still someone's opinion.
Yeah.
And I think people mix that up a lot with objectiveness. And in my opinion, I don't think anyone should see it anything as objective. Like, sorry, but like every person is unique and everyone's gonna have a different opinion on something. When people will just bash Fantano for, you know, it's like you can say he has a bad take, but like you can't say he's wrong in his own opinion, basically.
Yeah.
I think people just take it too personally, and that's when they get mad.
I think people just have too much of an attachment to something that they don't even like, I guess.
Don't realize how it affects other people differently.
Well, like, I think people just like put themselves in like other people's like lives or whatever, and like put like emotional attachments to that person, like an artist or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this whole like Drake versus Kendrick thing. I think people just take it too personally because they view Drake as almost like a god, honestly. Like it's kind of scary like how personal they take it.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand like making it that personal to the point where like you're basically putting your life like in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And that you have to like defend that person with like every fiber of your being.
I remember we
Like, it's
talked about
so
this
strange.
last time. Just celebrity worship is just fucking weird.
It's so creepy. Like I don't get it. At least like with the Drake and Kendrick thing. Like, I was definitely like invested in it because I do. Well, I really like Kendrick, but I mean I never really cared too much for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean I fucked him a little bit.
What?
Well, I fucked him. But like I was definitely like invested in it, but like I wasn't putting myself in, you know, any part of the actual beef. Like I really
Yeah.
like I really don't care too deeply about it. But I was watching basically like reactions and reviews from all different people because there was definitely some big claims, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with Drake being a pedophile and all that. And he definitely he does some weird things. Like, I don't lie. He's definitely done some weird shit and still does weird shit when it comes to celebrities. Like not even just worshiping them, but like holding them at such a pedestal, thinking that they couldn't do any wrong is kind of crazy to me. Because, I mean, look at Diddy. Like,
Dude,
everybody loved Diddy before this, and now
been-
everybody like won't say his name.
you never know how much of the, like, allegations are like fucking true, but like some of the shit I've read that he's ostensibly done is like fucking crazy.
Diddy.
Yeah. Like I read this one article and you know, again, you don't never know how true an allegation is until it'll probably get proven in court. But I read this article and it was like this guy from like California when he was like 10 years old or some shit went to audition with P. Diddy like because he wanted to get in the music industry or something. So they went to a room alone so that he could like see his tryouts or something. And then he said that he like drugged him and like sexually assaulted him while he was asleep. It's like, why the fuck is your 10-year-old going in a room alone with like some grown man?
That's another thing. I think parents are like horrible when it comes to like involving their children with celebrities, because it's like they kind of get lost in like the possible fame and money that they can garnish, and it's like
It's like they can do
they
anything.
kind of just like
Like,
throw their kids out the window completely.
I just don't
There's like no
understand.
thoughts at all.
Like, oh my god. It's like because they're a fucking celebrity, you're supposed to think they're fucking almighty and righteous. It's like,
You
oh
know,
shit.
if like fucking I don't know, some celebrity was like talking to like my child in like DMs or like reached out to them instead of like me, like
Mm-hmm.
wondering about like I don't know, like talent basically. Like there's no way like my child would like be alone or like talk to them personally. Like everything would have to go through me. Like that's
Yeah.
so weird to have like some 30-year-old man talking to like my underage child. Yeah, I think people are just having kids way too young, and then they kind of just don't know what to do because obviously all the parents that are having kids in like teenage years have
Mm-hmm.
family issues. So then they kind of just end up raising the kid either on their own or like their parents pretty much raise them. That like these kids like grow up to be pieces of shit, and I just want to bash their head in. Like,
I don't want to be a parent, man.
I really don't. I don't even like kids, but
I don't either.
I think it's.
Contrary to what
I
you have
mean,
to say.
this is kind of crazy, but like, I should be legally allowed to smack the shit out of a child in a store if they even, you know, do some foul crazy shit. Like I seen this was a while ago, but I think this was in Britain or whatever. British
Britain.
kids. But like these kids, I think they were like I don't know, 12, 13. They literally this was like a prank they were doing. Like there's like video of them. And they
Okay.
would basically just walk into people's houses and just like I don't know, joke around or do some stupid dumb shit that kids do. And like they would just walk into people's houses and do this dumb shit and then they wouldn't get punished for it. Like it's not like their parents were doing anything about it. The law really couldn't do much because they're so underage. Like I think we need to hold parents and children more accountable. Like I feel like the fact that like kids can pretty much just do whatever they want without any consequences crazy
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Well, it's like kids are literal adults in a way. It's like they're still capable of stuff like that.
Whoa, hold on now.
All right.
Kids are adults.
All right.
With me?
All right.
What are you saying?
Hate you.
Kids are adults in a way.
They're still
No, but
humans.
like, I think like just without like disciplining them or like you know teaching them that there is consequences to shit, like they just continue doing whatever they want, and then it kind of it could literally like ruin other people's lives. Going back to the movie thing, I really don't even care about Jaws, the shark.
The movie or the shark?
Just the movie. I mean, it's like, I mean, what's interesting about it?
I don't know. It's
Fucking
just
shark.
it's great.
I mean, I think for the time it came out, I think it was pretty cool. But like looking at it from like just, I guess that's not really a good way to judge it. Like to just judge it like on how it is. I don't know how like you do that. Like if you judge a movie based on like the time it came out.
Not really.
Well, like you don't
I
think like the fact that like say like you know like Psycho or like The Exorcist, like for the time it came out was like pretty revolutionary, I guess.
yeah, like people probably
Not that Jaws was revolutionary, but like it's not fair to judge a movie um based on like the time period it came out, I guess. Or like at least like with older movies.
I know what you mean, but that stuff usually never bothers me.
Well,
I
like
a lot of people were like,
so
"Oh,
like The
the
Exorcist,
shark
for
looks so
example, right?
fake," but like I think the
Well,
shark
it's
looks
not even
really
that it's
good.
faked. Not even like the fake of it, just the concept, I guess. Like I mean, fucking shark, the fucking shark. Like
I just think it's
I
entertaining.
like.
I love that
I mean,
movie.
yeah, it's entertaining, but like,
I almost think it's weird to call it a horror movie because it's like, sure, it has like
so
horror
horror.
elements.
See, horror is like weird because it's like it's a broad term because it's
Hmm.
like yeah, like so many like subcategories. Like you got like gore, with that's just considered horror, I guess. Like there's
Supernatural.
which I guess for most people, I mean, they obviously don't want to see gore, but like I feel like it's kind of just lost. The whole genre just lost its like whole point of just being scary, and
Hmm.
more is just about shock value now.
No, I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I love Jaws.
I mean, it's whatever.
I wanted to add one more thing to the Halloween Ends rant. One thing I hate about newer movies in general and just those movies. I guess my main point is that they're too self-aware. Like I love like the 77 one is also one of my favorite horror movies because it's just like Michael comes in, he kills people, you know. They don't go into this deep backstory, blah 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 about him or whatever. It just happens. There's
Yeah.
so many parts in Halloween Ends where like Jamie Lee Curtis will just go on this like monologue about being like 40 years ago when you came into my house and you tried to murder me. It's like that's so fucking lame.
You
Just
ruined my
fucking
orgasm when I was on the couch.
just fucking kill him. Like I don't want to hear this shit.
I was on edge, about to blast,
Like
and then you busted through the door. Lost
you,
all edge.
I just don't need to hear this shit. Like I don't care. I didn't even watch like the movie again when Mason put it on. I was on my phone just listening, and I just remembered how much I had hated it from the first
That's the
time I
thing
had
with
seen
me.
it.
If I'm not interested in like the first half hour, I am either just turning it off, going on my phone, or just sleeping.
I
Like
think that's
I
valid. Yeah.
I think oh that scared me.
How do you?
Because I mean, 30 minutes I think is pretty reasonable time to like, get me hooked. Like if
Mhm.
you're not getting me hooked in the first half hour, then I don't think you have a good movie.
My favorite critic to read is Mike D'Angelo, and he has this rule.
Oh yeah, I know.
Really?
Not like who the fuck?
Oh,
Like who the fuck?
I was gonna say, you're actually cool. Um, uh, he um
Yeah.
he has this rule. It's like the 10-minute rule or something because he watches everything that's like released in New York or something. Like he gets screener links for them. I don't know if you know what those are. Basically, people just send him movies to watch. You know, if he wants to like write anything about them. He watches everything that comes out of New York, I guess. But he has this rule. It's like his 10-minute rule where if he's not hooked in the first 10 minutes, he will just turn it off. Um,
That's fair. I mean, I just do half an hour just because like
he
I know
keeps
like
going.
some shit's like a little slower.
Yeah, he keeps going. Like in the first 10 minutes, if he's like still kind of like intrigued of where it could go, he'll go 20 minutes and then he'll go 30 minutes and then he'll go 40. And then if he goes past 40, then he's gonna watch the rest of the movie. Um, but he obviously does that because a lot of movies are just generic or they're just exactly the same or you know just unoriginal or in some
You
ways.
know what I absolutely hate? The
What?
fucking Rock. I am so tired of the Rock, dude.
Fuck The Rock.
I
I think we
literally
talked
got
about him
that
last
today
time
for
too.
this. Yeah, The Rock is such a loser, dude. I hate him so much, dude. He annoys me. I get my blood starts to boil when I see him or hear him.
Nah,
'Cause I literally seen an ad earlier on YouTube, like
he's in
with the
shitty family
stupid Santa
blockbuster
Claus
movies.
movies.
Fuck him.
Yeah, this new like Santa Claus movie, or whatever that he's in. He's like a bodyguard for Santa Claus, and Santa Claus was kidnapped or whatever shit. I don't even know. Like every movie he's in is so bad. He's such a bad actor. He's such a. I hate him so much. I think I hate him more than Satan. I fucking. I just hate. I like. Ah, I can't even. I can't even describe my hatred for The Rock, dude. I hate him so much.
Yeah, fuck The Rock. He sucks.
He said, I don't even like him as like an actor. He's just not
I
a
don't
good
like him as a
actor.
person.
All his roles are. Oh
He's a
yeah,
fucking
I'll
egomaniac.
like him in any way.
He's a fucking shitty person, and I hate that.
Fucking
I've hated him more ever since I learned about him being like he can't get beat up or punched in any movies he's in.
oh that shit's annoying too.
Also, he was like
Fucking
mad
oh,
at
The
everyone
Rock.
that nobody liked Black Adam, like blaming audiences for it. It's like it's just a shitty movie.
Oh, that's one thing that's absolutely annoying. Is like I this was I was thinking about this a lot when the whole like Star Wars Acolyte show was pretty much premiering.
Mm-hmm.
Like directors like coming out and being like, "Oh, well, the audience just doesn't understand." It's like you just have a shitty show or movie. Like,
Yeah.
it, what do you mean we can't understand? Your shit sucks. All the source material, at least like with the Star Wars, like because I was seeing like a lot of people like talk about it, like it just completely threw away like all the important plot points that were in like the original like comics or movies,
I'm
and
just
like
sick of franchise shit. Like
I'm
full
perfectly
circle.
fine with like two, 3 movies max, like for a series,
You know what franchise is great because they're all just
except for
different.
Alien, because I just love Alien.
You know what franchise is great because they're just all different in their own way. Fucking James Bond. It's like it's just different every time, and it's action spy shit. And there's like
Yeah,
25 of those movies, and I want there to be more.
action I think is just like unless you have The Rock in it, it's kind of hard to like do really bad. I feel like
There could be some pretty bad action movies out there.
well, because here's the thing, at least with action movies, you really don't have to have too much of a plot because you can entertain a lot of people with just something generic like I don't know any of the fucking generic American fighting movies that Michael loves to watch.
Yeah, well, yeah, but also the best ones are the ones that still have like great characters and stuff, and like the
Well,
story
yeah.
doesn't have to be anything
Well,
crazy.
I'm talking
But
about just like you know doing fine in like a box office or whatever. But that's the thing with horror though. Like if you don't do at least decent, or I think it's harder to do at least decent compared to like an action movie
a lot
because
of
with
people
horror, I mean,
just suck at making horror movies.
yeah, here, get me in there. I can throw some ideas out.
I wonder what the most recent horror movie I've seen that I really, really liked is. It's probably *Malignant*.
Oh, you know what? I am gonna be watching. It's not a. It's on YouTube. It's not like a. I guess movie technically. Well, I guess it is. It's I just heard about it. It's like this. I don't know the name of it. It's like this Japanese like mockumentary.
Oh.
I heard it was like super good. But it's basically like I think it's like about this family, and like there's like just like strange things with certain figures in the family.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I got the name somewhere. I will say, Asian people just know how to like do things creatively. I think we talked about that last time too.
There's a lot of good J horror out there. I think I recommended you
Uh,
Pulse.
yeah, I did watch that.
Really?
I don't really understand the ending.
I
Like, what the
think
fuck is over
it's
that plane? And
um
like,
I think I remember reading it
is
was
that like a
about
symbol or something?
it's about how like the internet
Symbolism.
would isolate us. I think the director was going for.
I think there was a
So
lot of
like,
like creepy shit in it though.
oh yeah,
I did like it. I like the creepiness of it, even though it, like at some points it would feel like slow, but like
yeah,
it would have like a sense of uneasiness. That's like I love that shit.
oh yeah.
But this mockumentary is called Psycho the Large Family, like whatever. I'm not
Psycho.
Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like a mockumentary about this like family. It's like weird things going on.
Oh, I'm glad you watched the movie I told you to watch.
I did like it. Pretty
So,
good.
looking at my letterbox here. Let's just limit it to like the 2020s for like recent movies. Skinamarink is by far my favorite this decade.
I do like that.
Um,
I think that's got to be like from a creative standpoint in recent times. I think that's got to be like up there.
I would
for
agree.
sure. Like that's so, it's just so different, and it's like is there even anything like that? I don't even think there is.
Not really. Some people accuse him of like just stealing like internet trends, but like
Like what?
I don't know. Well, like that was more for his short. Like
Well,
the same director.
wasn't he like what wasn't it for like the like originally wasn't it for like some sort of like contest or whatever? Like I'm pretty sure he came from
Huh.
TikTok, the director.
I
I
actually
thought.
didn't know. I know he has a YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel where he would make cartoons playing in the dark. Like it's basically the same thing, but then he fleshed it out to a full feature movie. He has a short called Heck on his YouTube channel where it's sort of the same thing, but there's a lot more like you could tell someone's holding a camera and like walking with it. And
Yeah.
it's not as compelling or like it's more rough around the edges. I remember that one people accused him of like, oh, he's just stealing internet trends or whatever.
I see. I don't really know what that means. Like,
I think some people are just too online.
I think people are retarded.
Yeah.
Just don't know what they're talking about.
Um,
I think people just gotta find a reason to hate something, just for no reason. Like they don't even actually hate it; they just gotta make something up.
Malignant, like I said. A week or two ago, there's this one called The Substance. That's like body horror. I don't know if have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's
I'm
about
bad with
this
names though, so I mean,
it's about this aging actress who's like she can't get any more parts and she used to be like really beautiful. And she
like me.
gets yeah, like you. She gets on this thing called The Substance where it like makes a younger
Ski.
version of herself and basically it gets really gross and gory. But I really liked that. The Invisible Man that was released a few years ago, I really liked that.
Is that actually good? I really it just
Yes,
didn't seem
it's
interesting
good.
at all.
I mean, I don't know. I can't tell with your tastes like what you think of certain things.
I really like, like the Babadook and
Oh yeah, that's really good. I just saw that.
uh,
Sure. Okay, I have to go soon, so I'm gonna name off the other ones that I really liked. Actually, I guess there's only one more. Um, I watched this one recently called Sick. It came out like 2 years ago, and it's on Peacock. But it's like these two
never.
girls. These two girls go to
I'm interested.
they go to this like cabin in the middle of nowhere during COVID.
Oh,
But this
sounds about right.
I mean, it's a slasher, so I don't know what you think. But basically, they're alone. They're isolated, and their phones aren't working or whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy's just trying to kill them. But that movie, it's exemplary of the movies that like Scream makes fun of. Like you know how in Scream they're like, oh, they're not running away, blah blah blah. Like they make fun of movies that are like that. This movie has like none of that. Like all the characters make smart decisions. They fight back against the killer. It's only like 90 minutes. It's really well done.
I mean, I'm not super into slashers, but I mean, if it's done well, then I'd check it out.
Did you see Barbarian a few years ago?
Is that the one with the fucking that like incest child and
Yeah,
like that
like
that
the
like underground?
granny looking thing. Yeah.
That shit's weird.
I know
shit's
that
so
movie
weird.
was so weird, but I kind of liked it. Like I didn't love it, but it was like it was
I
fun.
feel like they could have did more though. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool
Wasn't very
until like
fleshed
I
out.
actually learned that it was like just an incest child.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like
'Cause,
you
like-
got to keep things a mystery in horror, like especially horror. You
That's
got to
what I
keep them a
mean.
mystery for the
Like-
like the whole movie.
And then like with the father, like I mean it was I don't know, like he was still down there. Like I
I
thought
remember
it had potential to be great, but it just left with okay.
do you remember that like one shot? It's like towards the end. I don't know if you'll remember, but the granny thing like jumps off the water tower or whatever straight into the camera
With
and then
the
it cuts to
baby?
black.
Or it wasn't a
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
but she like seen the woman as the baby.
Yeah, the woman just basically she jumps straight into the camera and you see its full body and then it just cuts to black.
Yeah.
in our theater, because me and Taylor went and saw it in theaters, somebody in the front row just goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That was funny.
I thought it could have been great, but then that's the thing. I feel like people will have something going and then kind of just don't know how to finish, and then they kind of just fucking fuck it up.
Yeah, that movie felt very like didn't know where to go with it. It was
But
kind of just like
I
scary
really
B&B.
enjoyed like the first like half or like three, the first like 3/4 of the movie.
Mhm.
Pretty much up until you learn that it's the incest child, and then like the father's still down there, and then he fucking blows his head off.
Yeah, that movie was fun. I don't love this one either, but last year Thanksgiving, it's a very stupid slasher, and it's also
So that Thanksgiving horror movie.
yeah, it's also
I
it's
don't
very much like
holiday
Scream.
horror movies usually.
Well, it's basically
I think
just
they're just
Scream, but the
cheesy.
killer's just Thanksgiving themed.
Is it like
The
a
only
fucking
reason I
album?
love that, like I said, I don't love that one, but the only reason I liked that one is because it's fun and there's so many funny like gore parts. Like the opening scene is like the best part because everybody's trying to get this like new like fucking microwave or some shit at this department store, and everybody's like trampling over each other and like people die and like I don't know. I was crying at that scene. I thought it was hilarious.
You know what I do have to watch?
What?
I mean, it's still like a slasher, but like I kind of enjoy it. The new Terrifier movie.
I watched the first one with Taylor recently. I did not like it, but I haven't seen.
I
2 or
think
3.
it's just like kind of like fun to watch. Like it's not really like
I don't.
I don't know, because it's just like just weird. It's just fucking weird.
I don't know. At least,
This
like, I've
fucking
heard
clown.
that 2 and 3 are at least a little better. I don't know how much I trust people's opinions, but watching
to
the
watch
first
3,
one,
but
it was just fucking. It was just like a kill montage, basically,
well,
and it was
that's
so
all it
fucking
is.
gory. Okay, I don't think I would like any of the movies.
That's
then.
all it is. That's why it's just like a fun, stupid movie to watch.
I am convinced that people that like those movies are just like fucking sadists or something. Just watching people die in gruesome ways. I don't know. I don't understand it clearly.
Well, I guess
but, yeah.
I mean, it's not like I enjoy it like a lot, but it's kind of just like a fun, stupid movie to watch, like fucking Sharknado. It's just like the stupid ass movies.
We'll have to continue this discussion next time with PowerWash.
Next time, I will have watched something.
I'm watching movies all the time. Not all horror.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure I
I
will
don't
watch
mind other genres, but horror is definitely like my favorite because I'm weird.
Oh, I watched Scooby Doo. That's the most recent one I watched.
I have not seen anything Scooby Doo in quite some time. Although the live action Scooby Doo movies are kind of fire. I mean, come
It
on
was
now.
the first live action Scooby Doo. That's the one I watched.
Is that the one they went to like that?
Spooky Island, dude.
Yeah, that shit's fucking cool. I'm
Oh,
gonna
damn it. Alright, good night.